Today's episode of Voiced is from r/Ameth Butthole and is about two users navigating family dynamics during vacation and a wedding. What happens when boundaries clash in family gatherings? Subscribe if you enjoy. AITA for saying, I'll be driving myself and paying for my own room on the upcoming family vacation so I won't have to be a babysitter. I, a 23-year-old man, was repeatedly stuck playing the part of helper and babysitter on family outings. I had to move out of my parents' house because I kept being forced to help watch my 3 nephews. Last year, we took a family vacation in summer to the coast. I rode along with my parents and they paid for my hotel room. Only, I had to share that room with 3 rowdy boys because my sister and her husband wanted a room to themselves. I was promised time to do my own things on the vacation, but instead I ended up having to help with these kids. I complained to everyone about it and was reminded I was there for free. And then we pretty much just did only one thing I wanted to do, which was tour an art gallery. I like doing this whenever I'm at the coast, but the kids find it boring. This year, my parents have a beach trip planned for June, and they assumed I'd be riding along the same way as last year. But I refused. I said I'd be driving myself and paying for my own hotel stay to have my own room. My parents were shocked and tried to remind me of the cost. I said it was no worry. I've got a good job and a decent running car. I can more than afford it. That's when the but started. I stated the previously listed things as why I'll be driving myself and paying for myself. I want to be able to enjoy this vacation as an adult and not be treated like a child like last year. My parents told my sister, and she called to express her anger at me, that I'll be ruining the vacation if I'm off doing my own thing while she has to wrangle her 3 boys. I ended up yelling at her that last year all she did was rope me into her mess. I didn't really get to do much of anything I wanted to do, and I was treated like the bad guy for wanting to just go to an art gallery. I'm a grown man. I deserve my own vacation too. Now my sister is not speaking to me, and my parents are still trying to convince me to just ride with them to keep the peace. I'm still refusing, but the pressure is getting to me. Am I the asshole for not giving in? I know they'll have a pretty hard time when they won't have another person there to help. It's barely been an hour since I posted, but my sister is furious with me and is upset that no one is siding with her. She went on a big rant about how it's so hard to be a parent to triplets, and the least I could do is help because I'm young and single, and she needs a break. I stood my ground on my decision, and now she's calling our parents to get them involved. I'm expecting a call from them any minute. I'm off work now, so I can tell more of what went down. I guess you could say it's over. My sister got our parents involved, and they were absolutely horrified. Yes, they're very angry with me, but I told them that if they'd just listened to me to begin with, I'd have never needed to. I'm sick of the whole keep the peace mentality that sacrifices me to placate my sister. They in turn went off on my sister, and to make a long story short, the whole vacation has been canceled. The hotel wasn't booked yet anyway, but my parents are arguing with my sister. My sister is blaming me, and my nephews are crying because they aren't going to the beach. My sister called me at lunch and basically implied I have no life, which is why I have time to help. I recorded that and told our parents, and that's currently what they're fighting about. Small update. I wasn't going to update again, but here's a little more. My parents said that they won't ever push babysitting of my nephews on me again, and have agreed that what happened last year was unfair to me. Right now, they're very angry with my sister for telling me I should help her because she thinks I have no life. My sister is playing the victim, and my brother-in-law is basically saying nope to the whole mess and spending most of his time at work. Wow. That was quite a family saga. It's tough navigating those complicated dynamics, especially when it comes to balancing personal needs with family expectations. It seems like this person's desire for independence on a vacation escalated into some serious tension, leaving them questioning if they were in the wrong. Now, speaking of family dynamics, our next post dives into a different kind of family challenge, but one that equally involves love, secrets, and the pressure of significant life events. As our protagonist prepares for their upcoming wedding, they suddenly find themselves faced with a heart-wrenching decision regarding their brother and his relationships, something that could dramatically alter the course of their big day. Let's see how they handle this emotional story. AITA, for asking my brother not to bring his boyfriend to my wedding. Okay, this is the worst. I'm losing sleep over this. I'm getting married in a week to an awesome woman, and I cannot wait to be her husband. We are so excited. My brother is gay, but my family doesn't know. Only my parents and I know. I come from a very old-school traditional family, so the older part of the family, grandparents and some aunts and uncles, still have last century's mindset, and the younger portion, cousins and siblings, are open-minded and are living in the present. So my brother has been dating his boyfriend for 6 months now. The dude is great. I'm so happy my brother found a great guy. But it's kind of a secret, as he hasn't told my family he is gay. I've been telling him for years that he should come out because I know it stresses him a lot, and I think it will make him feel better not to hide anymore. Plus, I bet a few family members already know anyway. But he disagrees because he knows a part of the family won't accept it, and it will be a lot of drama. I see the opposite. I see it as the sooner you know who the ignorant people are, the sooner we can cut them from our lives. I have no interest in having someone in my life that doesn't accept my brother being gay. Anyway, that is his decision, not mine, so for now he won't say anything. Until a few weeks ago when he said he wants to bring his boyfriend to my wedding. I was not expecting that, to be honest, so he went from 0 to 100 pretty fast. If it was any other occasion, I would be supportive, obviously, but I don't think my wedding day is the day to do that. Imagine all the drama and gossip and nonsense that would happen, and I don't want to take the attention away from my fiancée. That's her day, and I don't want to have to worry about that on my wedding day, and I think it's a pretty good reason. I asked him why my wedding day. He said it's because he wants to celebrate love with the two people he loves the most, me and his boyfriend. This is killing me. I would fight my whole family for my brother and never speak to them again if I had to, but my wedding day is supposed to be a celebration, not a family fight, and I can't do this to my wife. That might ruin our future. I didn't even tell her. She's already stressed out. Don't want to make it even worse. With a heavy heart, I asked him to please come alone to the wedding, and that I hope he understands me. He started crying and left my house without saying anything. Next day, I got a text, and he said, "Don't worry, going alone." I tried calling him, but he didn't answer me, and my parents don't seem to know what's happening because they didn't say anything. He eventually called me back a few days later. We spoke. He said he understands my side, but things are still strange between us. This is the worst situation of my life. Am I the jerk for handling it the way I did? Update. Spoke to fiancé, couldn't keep this from her anymore. She agreed with me. Clarification. I know it won't be my brother that would cause trouble. The trouble would start with remarks and looks from some aunt or uncle. It doesn't matter, we are spending a lot of money on this wedding. Planned it for a long time. My fiancé put her heart and soul into planning this wedding. I don't want to see my bride or mom crying, or some disrespectful uncle insulting my brother. Literally, every other day of my life, I will support my brother's decision to come out. Even at the wedding, I would obviously defend him, but the point is, not at the wedding. Also, my brother is not the asshole. Not at all. Before I dive into today's posts, please consider subscribing for more relatable content. Wow, today's stories were intense. The first post highlighted the struggle of wanting to enjoy a family vacation without being roped into babysitting duties, and it's a pretty bold move for him to stand up for himself. I mean, he's got every right to have his own fun. And in the second story, the tension between wanting to protect a loved one's feelings while preparing for a wedding is just heart-wrenching. I can't help but wonder how many others have found themselves caught between family loyalty and personal happiness. What do you think? Should siblings support each other no matter the time and place? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Voiced. If you enjoyed daily high-quality stories, please like and subscribe to show your support.